You're listening to A Maker's Mindset, 30 Lessons from the Lathe. I'm Martin Saban-Smith and this is Lesson 5, The Edge of Everything. I can tell you the exact moment I truly understood sharpening. Not when I learned the technique, which came earlier. The moment of understanding came when I was teaching, watching a student struggle with a gouge that couldn't have cut warm butter, while I stood there with my mouth open trying to figure out how to say what I needed to say. The student I mentioned had been turning for about 3 months, keen, diligent, had watched all the right videos. Her gouge had what she called a decent edge, but I watched her trying to shape a bowl, watched the tool push and bounce, watched the torn grain and the bevel rub marks accumulate, watched her frustration build. I sharpened the tool for her properly. It took a few seconds on a new 180 grit belt on my Robert Sorby Pro Edge and I handed it back to her. Try now. The change in her face and the quality of the cut was the moment I mentioned. That instant when someone experiences a well-sharpened tool for the first time. The tool that had been fighting her now glided through the wood like it was made of cream cheese. The bevel rub stopped, the torn grain vanished, the wood sang instead of screamed. And there it was, her moment of understanding, the realization that she'd been working harder than necessary, fighting her tools, blaming her technique, when the real problem was she simply didn't know how often to sharpen her tools, nor how to sharpen them effectively. So let's establish what sharp actually means in wood turning. It means an edge refined to the point where the two surfaces, that's the bevel and the flute, meet at an angle sharp enough to slice wood fibres rather than push through tearing them. But more practically, it means an edge that allows you to take the cut you want at the thickness you want or the depth you want, with the control you need, leaving a surface that requires minimal sanding. Sharp is what makes everything else in wood turning possible. The key is consistency. If you sharpen at 60 degrees one day and 55 degrees the next, you're not refining your edge but reshaping your tool. Every time you change the angle, you remove metal unnecessarily. Consistency means your tools stay the right shape and size for longer. And use a light touch. I've seen beginners press their tools into the wheel as if they're trying to grind through to the other side. All you achieve is heat, burnt steel and rapid wheel wear. Let the abrasive do the work. Present the tool, apply just enough pressure to maintain contact and let the wheel do the rest. Even the best edge, sharpened to perfection, starts degrading the moment you touch wood with it. This is why sharpening isn't a thing you do occasionally, it's a rhythm you build into your work. I sharpen often, not because my edges fail dramatically, they don't, but because I can feel when they're no longer at their peak. The tool starts to push slightly rather than cut cleanly, the surface starts to need more effort, the wood stops singing. I tell all my students that if they think their tool is dull, then they're too late to sharpen it. Build it into your workflow. Here's what it looks like in practice. I'm roughing down a bowl with a bowl gouge, removing the bulk waste, getting the basic shape established. That's hard work for the tool, lots of material coming off quickly. When the roughing's done, before I start refining, I sharpen the tool. It takes less than 30 seconds. Then I refine the outside curve, working toward the final shape. Before I flip the bowl round to hollow the inside, I sharpen again, another 30 seconds. I hollow, taking care with the end grain sections, and then before my final finishing passes, one more sharpen. By the time the bowl is done, I might have sharpened 3 or 4 times. Total time at the grinder, maybe 2 minutes. Time saved in sanding and frustration, probably much more than 2 minutes. This rhythm becomes automatic. You stop thinking of sharpening as an interruption and start thinking of it as a natural pause in the work, like taking a breath between sentences. It's not slowing you down, it's keeping everything flowing smoothly. Because here's the truth they don't emphasize enough. No amount of technique compensates for a dull tool. You can have perfect stance, perfect tool control, perfect understanding of grain and cut direction, but if your edge isn't sharp, you'll struggle. You'll get catches, you'll get tear out, and you'll wonder why something that looks so easy when others do it feels so difficult for you. The answer is often brutally simple. The tools aren't sharp. Yours aren't, maybe, not properly, not yet. Sharpen your tools and sharpen them well. Sharpen them often, and everything else follows from this. Thank you for listening. If anything in this episode has made you want to try something new at the lathe, or if you're looking for hands-on tuition, you'd be very welcome at the Woodturning School here in Hampshire. You'll find the details at www.thewoodturning.school. See you next time.